Hello everyone, it's your girl Sugary Girl Candy 2012. I'm here to bring you guys a new video, an actual wrestling video. First I want to apologize because it's been a while since I had my last video up, but it's just been a whole lot going on and I have gotten to the point where I'm going to be stupid busy again. And I don't exactly have the fastest internet at the moment. It's just been some technical difficulties going on around here, and it's just been like a lot of blackouts and just like crazy stuff. So I won't probably have the fastest internet. I won't have like too fast of a connection probably until like the next 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. So bear with me, guys. I am going to try to have some content up because it's been a damn long time since I had anything up, and yeah, I do apologize. Okay, so let's move on to this. I did make a video before this. I'm actually made this one, but obviously I didn't edit it or upload it because again I got stupid busy and I just been having a whole lot of technical difficulties going on. And also it's because I'm surprised that 2K have been releasing information and things about WWE 2K17 as fast as they have been, and like it's just very surprising compared to the things we got with WWE 2K16 and WWE 2K15. Like we literally had to sit here and guess, and then we had to do this off-camera stuff where people actually had to go to the events and secretly film the events happening. The game, like gameplay and stuff, like because 2K was taking too long to give it to us, so we was like, 2K would wait up until the game was like released to start giving us like major information. So it was like, okay, 2K being kind of shitty right now with that because they want us to buy their product, but they're not giving us much to work off. Okay, so obviously this year that has definitely changed because we have seen literally, wow. I mean, it's been so much information that's been released that I can't even keep up with it personally. So I just got to the point where I'm just like, oh my god, I'm not even going to try to do a video every time they release some information because this shit just coming too fast for me, and I got other gaming news and things I want to get to and talk about. This is not primarily a wrestling channel, or I don't just do wrestling news articles or anything like that. I do everything. So I was just basically just going to make a video like this just to sum up everything that's been shown thus far and talked about thus far and stuff like that. So basically this is probably the biggest diva roster we've had since like the SVR, like since the SVR days when the games were still being called SVR. And it's amazing that we got so many divas on the roster. I mean, personally, I don't watch wrestling anymore. I stopped watching it like years and years and years ago, so I don't know a lot of these wrestlers. Some of them I do know, obviously, because a lot of people on my Twitter TL talk about them, or they watch wrestling and they talk about them and I see them a lot and stuff like that. So I do know their names and stuff like that, but I don't watch wrestling anymore to know how it is today and stuff like that, and all these little fancy terms they use nowadays. I don't know. I don't watch it no more, so I don't know. But I do know is we got a plethora of divas, and it's quite amazing compared to last year and the year before, and then WWE 2K14 and stuff like that. It's quite amazing what the heck we've been getting thus far, and I'm honestly surprised. Like I said before, 2K aren't exactly known for releasing information fast or anything like that. They were very slow with 2K15 and 2K16, and we had to wait up until the game was released to get just to get some damn gameplay. But we have gotten gameplay, we have gotten ladder matches, we have gotten the backstage brawl video, we have gotten some entrances, we have gotten some new diva creations. We got they said they upped creation suite. They added some new items. They said they were going to allow us, I believe they said, probably not every portion of our calls, but they said a lot of people complain about not being able to morph their creations, and that the morphing was very limited in what we could do with our calls, and I agree with that. Because me, using face textures is not really my thing. Like, I would prefer to just morph my creations, and face textures is a very it's a very tedious thing for me, considering that I make up to 70 creations, and then I have to find like the right type of face to fit my calls, because again, there's no morphing in 2K16, so there's not really much you can do with your character's face and body and stuff like that. So basically everybody walking around with the same type of body and the same type of morph, like, because you just couldn't do anything with it in 2K16. I mean, the hair, some of the items were improved in the game, but it was just messy. Like there was only certain items that you could only use in entrances. I'm like, okay, some of these items they should allow us to use as regular items as we could in previous games, like hats and stuff like that. We should be able to use those in ring and not just as an entrance item, because that really sucks when I want to give my car a necklace or a certain necklace and I can only give it to them as an entrance item, and that really sucks. Also, I'm hoping, which probably isn't true, that they got rid of the freaking like barrier they had between both genders, like the gender hairstyles and clothing and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that superstars will be able to use diva hairstyles and vice versa, because diva hairstyles, although we did get divas this year and it was definitely a step up from what the hell 2K15 brought, it wasn't like huge because we still had some limited items and divas had limited hairstyles. So technically a lot of people were going to be walking around with the same type of hairstyles because there's just literally wasn't much to work with. Superstars had a lot of hairstyles, but they didn't really have a lot of good ones. Like I would have loved if we would have had, well, this applies to divas as well, like we didn't have any good afros, so I couldn't make my Jamaican calls or any calls like that because the afros are not that good in this game. The dreads for males weren't that good. The dreads for females were an improvement, but they could be better. We could get different styles instead of just dreads that just fall straight down. Because let's be serious, they should know this by now. It's 2016, and even back then, people wear their dreads in a different style, whether it's tied up, pinned up, whatever. So I would like to see more styles, Afro-like styles, and not just white people hairstyles. But seriously, I mean, I'm hoping that we get a lot more things in Creation Suite and stuff, because they said we were getting a lot. It's some huge improvements coming to that area. So hopefully, after the roster reveal, we start getting something on Creation Suite and like create a Titantron and create a promo. Because Titantron, for y'all that don't know, or none of y'all that never got to experience it and y'all just jumped into 2K14. We were able to actually make our own Titantrons in past games, and it was an amazing thing, because I don't personally like using Wrestletrons for my calls. It just doesn't feel right to me personally. I mean, it works for some people, but it doesn't work for me. So I'm definitely, excuse me, I'm definitely glad that has returned, and I definitely will be making Titantrons my calls like I used to, and just showcasing them and not having to worry about them being a gimmick or a look off some other wrestler or whatever, because my calls personally, but maybe one, it's based off of, not literally based off, but his mannerisms and stuff like that. And that's Randy Orton, basically. Other than that, all my calls are like freestyle. They're not based off any real wrestlers. They're not based off anybody. They're not gimmicked off anybody. They're just creations that come out of my head. But so yeah, we got a whole lot of stuff. We got a whole lot of wrestlers. We got a whole lot of diva reveals, and it's very surprising. We got some entrances. We got backstage brawl. We got, oh my lord. Oh yeah, and replay. Yes, we got replay back. A lot of people already started complaining about replay and saying, it's not going to work the way it did in previous games and blah blah blah. But personally, for me, I don't care how it works, because I use replay mode in a whole lot of different ways. So I don't care how it works, as long as we have it and it give me something to work with and something to do. Because 2K16, I had nothing to do but showcase calls, and that's it. And I got tired of that myself, and I'm sure my subscribers got tired of it too. Just showing calls and that's it. I want to do more than just show my calls and show their attires and stuff like that. I want to do more than just that. But yes, so far hopefully all of all the problems we experienced in 2K16 have definitely been fixed, because it was a bitch. Like uploading logos to CC was a bitch in 2K16. I mean, over time it got better. We would upload logos, and then we had to continuously upload it because it wouldn't pop up the first time you uploaded it to the community creations, your personal service, personal CC, whatever you want to call it. We would have to take the logo and put it on the website, and then it wouldn't pop up, so we would have to keep on doing it and keep on doing it and keep on doing it. It became tedious. And then when you did it for the 10th time, then you would go back and check your logos, and then you would have 10 logos of the same thing, because it just basically counted how many times you were hitting that upload button, because it wasn't working. But I don't know how it is for Xbox users, but for PlayStation 4 users, it started to get better over time. and I actually started getting my logos like right then and there. So yeah, but still it was a lot of problems with CC. Where first of all, if y'all don't know, I lost all my creations and off of the game recently. Um, like it just happened so suddenly. Like it just started giving me all these errors. The game would crash. The game started out with crashing, and then it would freeze, and then not freeze, but it would just like kick me out the game, and then it would just like give me an error. And this wasn't just happening to me, it was happening to a plethora of people. So I wasn't alone on it. So I definitely hope they, because it was basically like people were saying when you give your call a second of tired or something like that, then it would happen. And I'm like, okay, because I did give a couple of my calls a second of tired, and it's like it went from that to other problems, and then I just lost all my data. So I'm really hoping they fix that, because like putting all that dedication into my creations and literally not even being done with my roster, and putting all that time and effort into my creations only to lose it all was a bitch to me. And I just like, fuck it, I wasn't gonna continue or nor finish it because it was just a bitch. And it wasn't the fact that the morphing or anything, because the morphing is relatively easy to do, because I recreated a few of my calls like easily, and that's mainly because again they relied on face textures, so it wasn't really difficult to remorph their faces, and bodies I can do on my own. But it was just the fact that I spent so many years not years, what the hell wrong with me? I spent just about the whole year coming up with looks for my calls and still not completed, and then to just lose it all, that was a bitch. So I'm really hoping that it's been improved, and we don't have any of them damn problems, especially if we're going to have the ability to morph our creations, and we're going to have the ability to do more than what we could in 2K16 and morphing them. I really hope it's not, because I hate to put so much to morph my character so good and then to lose all my shit. That's when I'll lose it, because I lost my shit when I lost my SBR 2010 data and stuff like that, because them calls are actually morphed. These calls didn't really require too much morph, man. Just a little move here and a move there, and I got a good face, and the fact that I can make face texture, so it was like, okay, I'm good. I also hope they fixed the problem with when we were applying face textures. The face photo, first of all, congrats to people that were able to work it, because I couldn't work it. But the people that chose the method of applying it as face art, we would get these little spots all over our call's body, these little yellow spots. Like when they updated it or they did something to the game, we would just start getting these little yellow spots on our calls, and it would just discolor our call and make their face and their skin look more brighter than what it really was. So that was definitely annoying. It would also, when you go to change the skin tone, if you have a face texture on your face, aka face art, then that was annoying, man. It would basically turn the texture darker, so you would have to literally play with the skin tone just to try to set it and get it just right to match your face. So man, this game is a bitch to create calls on, and I recommend anybody that didn't get 2K16 to not get it, and you would just be better off waiting on 2K17, because 2K16 is a damn headache. Despite the damn updates, it's a fucking headache, and a lot of people can agree with me who make calls, who make mini calls, or you've been playing the game, or you play the game online. It's a fucking headache. Do not get it. Just wait to 2K17, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. Don't allow yourself to be frustrated. But enough of my rambling. So yeah, I mean, 2K have definitely improved. I personally don't have anything that I've seen that has made me go, what the hell, 2K, so far. So if that does happen, then y'all gonna hear me speak on it in my next video. But so far I'm impressed. It's definitely pushed me up to I may pre-order this game, and not meh. It would push me up from a meh to I may pre-order this game, because they impressed me with how much content they shown off in a matter of just 4 weeks. So yeah, I'm definitely impressed, and I can't definitely wait to see more, because they're done with the roster review. So I'm hoping we gonna see more on the game, like Creation Suite and just stuff like that, and see what we get. Because they willingly showed off backstage brawls, so I hope they show off some creation stuff. So With all of this being said, I'm gonna leave the question of the day at the end of the video, and you guys can personally let me know if this got you excited or not, and what are you looking forward to, excuse me, and what excited you the most about everything that was shown thus far in the past 4 weeks, that since E3, that have shown content. And you guys just let me know what impressed you, what didn't impress you, or whatever the case may be. And I will definitely talk to you guys later. Thank you for subscribing and commenting and all that good stuff. If you did, it's definitely and highly appreciated. And I will talk to you guys later. Deuces.